Hello, kings and queens. It's your girl, Wisdom's daughter, and welcome to another Wisdom Family Picnic. Let me see who we got in the room. Actually, before we do that, can I get a sound check? I was having some sound issues on the last live. Let me just get a sound check. Make sure you guys can hear me loud and clear. Let me get a sound check. Can I get a sound check? Let me know you guys can hear me loud and clear. And Phil said, let's go. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, hang on. Let me just type it in the chat. Make sure you guys hear me. All right. Old School Nixie said, I sound fine. Awesome. So let's see who we got in the building. Old School Nixie said, good evening, WD and fam. Queen Kia Live said, hello, blessings to you. Well, thank you so much, Queen, and blessings right on back to you. Us seniors need love too in the building. I got Jam in the building. I got Jadis Allen says, hello, WD, many blessings and blessings back to you. Alice, blessed child of God, said, good evening, kinfolk, at Wisdom's Daughter Mods in chat. My 60 plus cent said, OMG, got my listening ears on. Let's go. Sound checking that. Say hello, everyone. Y'all so funny. I got TS in the building. Lex Val 049. Deborah Person. The lies, the glasses. I can't is in the building. And feels so good. Sammy Cake. Shelby KKR in the building. I appreciate all of you guys being in the Wisdom Family Picnic. We are going to get into some juicy, juicy, juicy tea. Piping hot. All right. Well, not really because this tea was actually released last night, but your girl was getting some rest. I was tired. Okay. I was listening. The only thing I was paying attention to was the back of my eyelids. All right. But I've got some additional things to share with you. Some of you guys by now have already heard. Okay, so we're going to be getting into Some People Never Learn. Infamous prayer warrior is in trouble again. And what will happen to Nesto in prison if he gets convicted? Oh my goodness. All right. At my 60 plus cents says your mic is good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you guys so much for the sound check and the confirmation. Let's get Elder says, hey y'all, I got Harriet Timmons in the building. Silver and Gold say, hey y'all, I'm over here multitasking, but I'm not missing the picnic. I know that's right. And Shay B is in the building. How are you, Galatians? Wisdom's daughter was wondering when you were doing a live about this foolish playing with God and pursuing these criminal sick men. I know that's right. Well, you already know. We're going to talk about it at this here picnic. Okay, so make sure y'all got y'all plates ready to go. I hope you got your drinks and your snacks. Okay, this is not going to be a long live. All right. But we gonna get into some stuff. We're not gonna be on here too long. We're gonna get into some stuff. And I needed a break from the Sonia and Nesto calls and just all that stuff because I just needed a break. So I do have some videos, some visuals, because y'all know I'm a visual person, but it's not going to be of that. Andrea says, hey, y'all, how are you, Queen? All right, so you guys know what to do. Go ahead and hit the like button for me as you guys are coming into the building. All right, go ahead and hit that like button. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel if you want to participate in the chat because the wait is 15 minutes if you're not already subscribed. All right, and shout out to all the Wisdom Ambassadors and VIPs in the building. And if you are new here, welcome to the Wisdom Family Picnic. So as I said, we're going to be talking about Infamous Prayer Warrior. So I got a phone call earlier today. Uh, and it was a very interesting phone call, and some very interesting things were shared with me that I'm going to share with you. I know that Dennis Byron went live on yesterday. I have not gotten to listen to his live yet, so no spoiler alerts, okay? I don't have a whole lot of time to listen to other content creators, but I am going to make time to listen to that. So those of you who got to hear it, no spoiler alerts. Don't ruin it for me. And because I knew that I was going to talk about this, I typically don't like to listen to another content creator before I'm going to cover the same topic. That's just what I do. So we're going to get into this first. And then after this, we're going to be talking about what will happen to Ernesto in prison. Okay. I found out some very interesting things that he can look forward to if he is convicted, and likely he will be convicted. And so we're going to get into some of that. But first, Let's find out what's going on. You know it's bad when you like somebody called Jesus and he's like, I'm busy. Okay. um Somebody needs Jesus, but Jesus just might be tired of somebody, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. So let me share my screen with you because I actually went to uh where is it? I actually went to look up the court case. I want to show you guys that. So we're going to start there. We're going to go right into these charges. Okay. Continuously evolving. I see you. LaShawn Williams said, I got my drink. And 313, the best side, said, hey, y'all. 313 is up in the picnic and go Roro. I see y'all. I see you. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Let's jump right into these charges. Okay. Let's jump right into these charges. So here we go. All right. And I'm going to make my screen as big as I can so that you guys can see. Okay. All righty. So when you go to, these charges are out of Clayton County, by the way. So when you go to Clayton County, okay, can y'all, I'm on the wrong site. Okay. You know what I'm going to do? Let me take this down for just a minute so that you guys can really see. Okay, because I know that when I'm on other channels, I don't like it when I can't see what's on the screen. Okay, and this is public information, so there really truly is nothing to hide. Okay, so let's do that. All right, make it a little bit bigger. All right, see if I can make it bigger. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that, and does that help? Yeah, that helps a little bit. All right. So let's go through these charges. So originally back in February, okay, if you guys remember in February, um, the prayer warrior had outstanding warrants, okay, and she was covering the YSL trial and going to the courthouse as if everything was all well and good, and she got picked up. Okay, there were two charges: stalking and criminal trespass. Okay. Let's go into the stalking one. Let's look at that one first. All right. So this was disposed on February 22nd, 2024, is what it says. That was 2 days after she got out. Because remember, she was arrested on Valentine's Day. She was finally released from Fulton County. She was in Fulton County jail, Rice Street, and then the other jail in Fulton County for about 6 days. Is it 6 days? Yeah, 6 days. And then she was in Clayton County for 2 days. All right. So she was transferred over to Fulton County on her birthday, no less. All right. So let's go down at the bottom. So there was a warrant for her arrest from February 9th, 2024. Okay. There was a warrant out for her arrest. She was arrested on the 14th. Okay. Like I said, she spent 6 days in Fulton County, and then she ended up from there at Clayton County. So on February 21st is when she saw the magistrate. Now, interestingly enough, on and I wish I could have pulled it up for you guys to actually see it. But I can't even remember where it is now, but there is video. I will find it. All right, and I'll find it for you guys and I'll share it. Most likely I'll share it in members first and then I'll release it for everyone to see. There is a video of when she was in Clayton County. The lawyer that she had, I believe, was a lawyer that a friend got for her. Okay, I'm not going to say the name because I didn't hear it from this person's mouth. Okay, but we know that one of her friends was very instrumental in getting her out. All right. And this lawyer couldn't even pronounce her name. He didn't pronounce her name right. And he said that she was a reporter. Okay. Or that she was a journalist. Let me get that straight. Said that she was a journalist. Couldn't even get her name right. The first bit of tea I'm going to let you guys know is that the fact that she claimed to be a journalist when she's really just a blogger, that's going to come back to bite her in the ass. Let me just say that. That is going to come back. Okay. There's a lot of issues here. In the description on this video today, it says Infamous is in trouble again. More charges have been added, and this is just the beginning. Okay, it's just the tip of the iceberg. And that is an absolute fact. All right. So then her bond was set at 1,500. She got out 2 days later. Okay. And then it says final disposition on the case. That was for stalking. All right. Let's go back and look at the next one. So this case is tied to the stalking one. So what you're going to see is very similar. Okay. $1,500 bond. Now, I don't know if it was $1,500. It was $1,500 bond, I think, for each charge. I think it was $1,500 for each charge. So she had to pay 3 grand to get out. Okay. That's a lot. That's a lot for some foolishness. Now, you see this criminal trespass, unlawful purpose. This one doesn't say disposed. Okay. This says transfer to state court, and then it has the case listed. Okay. So those of you guys who are inquisitive, because I can't say nosy, okay, because the person who invented the word nosy is gonna get all up in my behind. So those of you who are inquisitive like me, go look it up. 2024 CR 01865. That's the case number. Okay. This one was referred there. Okay, next. So now we have these 5 new charges that have been added on. Okay. Criminal trespass, unlawful purpose was added back on. Stalking added back on. Harassing phone calls, conspiracy to commit crime, conspiracy to commit crime. That's very interesting. Okay. So her lawyer is Lewis Brandon. Now, someone had mentioned that she has secured YSL's lawyer. Does anybody know the name of YSL's lawyer? I didn't get to look it up earlier today. Let me see. YSL's defense attorney. Let me see if I can look it up real quick for you guys. I don't know if somebody knows it already, because I was curious to know if it was the same person. And okay, so it says Nicole Fagan, who represented blah blah blah. Yeah, I'm not sure who his defense attorney is. But anyway, but if somebody knows, you guys can put it in the chat. But that's what we were wondering, if someone had asked if Lewis Brandon, if that is YSL's lawyer. I'm not sure. I would have to look it up. I'll look it up later. But anyway, so here we have on this one here, this case number, a total of 7 charges. 1 count of criminal trespass, unlawful purpose, 2 counts of stalking, 2 counts of harassing phone calls, and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit crime. Let's go back to the beginning. So remember, in the last one we looked at, it said that that case was being forwarded to the state. So on February 29th, okay, just 7 days after she got out, here we have the criminal trespass count 1, the stalking count 2. Okay, I wish I could get a copy of this warrant, but there was a warrant issued on March 12, 2024. There was a waiver of arraignment on April 10th, entry of appearance and discovery on April 10th, and then on April 11th, there's a 3rd count of stalking against Sylvia Parks Tumasimi. There is a 4th count, harassing phone calls, 5th count, harassing phone calls, 6th count, conspiracy to commit a crime, and 7th count, conspiracy to commit a crime. And then we see on the 15th is when she lawyered up. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys this because there's inside information that I have, but I can't share everything yet because it is an open case. But you guys are going to find out. Some of you who are at every Wisdom Family Picnic, remember me saying the last time we talked about Infamous that there's some stuff coming down the pipe and somebody might find themselves back behind bars. And if you remember, the thumbnail had her little picture with her, with the bars in front of it. This conspiracy, where is it? This conspiracy to commit a crime. What crime is that? I know what it is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually know what it is, but I can't share it. And I know you guys like, oh, come on. But just understand that because this is an open case, there are some things I'll be able to tell you and some things I can't. But let me just say this. This is really, really bad. This is very serious. This is not like before when it's like, oh, okay, she was in jail for a couple of days and she got out. This is really, 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 really serious. Um, Sylvia is in a world of trouble. I mean, real bad, real, real bad. And from what I was told, there may be some additional charges coming. Okay, and let me just say this: be very, very careful. You know how when you go to send a Zelle to somebody, it says, are you sure you want to send Zelle to this person? And uh, be careful about sending money to people who solicit. Be careful about wire transfers from people who solicit money. There was a recent story about an 80-year-old woman who was scammed out of, I don't know, probably money's in the six figures. Okay. Um, from someone who gave her a sob story. It's in my email box. It may take me too long to find it while we're on here. Um, but when I find it, I'll share it with you guys. Okay. Because I get all these stories that come across my feed and I send them to my email. But anyway, now they warn you. So this older lady, somebody hit her with a sob story, and she basically emptied her like Roth IRA or something like that of monies in the six figures. Okay. I think it was like 200 to 250,000. It happens all the time. Be very careful about bloggers begging you for money, hitting you up with the sob story. Okay. Um, because it may be for nefarious purposes. Some people understand that they can garner your money via your sympathy, right? And I'm not trying to um let me say it this way. There are some people out here who really do go through tragedy and will ask for help. Unfortunately, you have people who will ask for help, but it's for nefarious means. They're pretending to be sick. They're, asking for money for this purpose or that person. They, are deceptive and say that they have some kind of disease. We've seen it, we you guys have seen it. I mean, it's all in media. It happens way, way, way too often. Look at uh the bald-headed heathen, okay, phony tail, bony tail, with this GoFundMe for Ernesto, a GoFundMe for a man who is sitting in jail right now, charged with child P and SA and all these other, financial fraud crimes, and we're trying to get money for, for his legal fees with her picture on it initially. Okay. Just be careful. Just be very, very careful. It's one thing to send a super chat because you're enjoying the content. It's another thing to, be sending cash apps to people because they're crying broke, or they need a piece of equipment, or they need money for their defense. Just be very, very, very careful. And that's all I'm gonna say. More is gonna come out on this case soon. Okay, just remember, you heard me say it. But this woman is in a lot of trouble. Okay. Instead of she might want to take a break from the prison prayer ministry and pray for herself and go into some deep, deep prayer, because she's gonna need it. She's seriously going to need it. Okay. And she better pray that God ain't got tired of it yet. Because this right here, this 6 and 7, from what I was told, there's evidence. This is not just, I'm pointing the finger and saying somebody did this. There is evidence out there of conspiracy to commit a very, very serious crime. And I have to leave it there. All right, let me go to the chat and see what you guys are talking about. Hang on a second. Hang on. All right, Philly John said hi. Well, hi to you too. Queen, they said she played the video of the daughter in her Patreon. She going straight to what? Us seniors need love too. What you talking about? She played the video of the daughter in her Patreon. Okay. Us seniors need love too. You got to expand on that. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You talking about Ponytail um did it? Who played a video? I hope. Oh my goodness. I hope you were not suggesting or trying to say that infamous prayer warrior played a video of Nasty Nestor's daughter in a Patreon. I hope not. Whew. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, hang on. So Glorious Love said, "How does a $4.99 membership fee work?" What's $4.99? I heard Sylvia play. Oh my, oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me put it on the screen. Let me put it on the screen. Y'all gonna make me sick to my stomach. Tripping with Melissa said, "I heard Sylvia." Oh my goodness. I heard Sylvia played on Nesto's daughter. Nesto's daughter in the video he was requesting, they said she played it. Blue Angel 1985 said, "Who are you talking about? You're talking mighty fast." So apparently, I didn't even know she had a Patreon. I didn't even know she had a Patreon. Apparently, oh yeah, okay. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. I just got to process this. Do you guys remember the expose that I did on Nesto? And I told you that someone who knows him personally shared a lot of information with me. I did try to get an interview. I even tried to get it on, via the phone and change their voice. Okay, but they were very afraid. Even with their voice being changed, they were, the most that they, were okay with was me sharing with you what they told me, via email. But they sent me pictures that have never been seen online anywhere. Okay. Because I did a search on those photos to see if they came up online. Anyone didn't. So that was my proof that this person was being honest. Plus, unless they were just making it all up, they everything they said came out later and it was verified. But anyway, but the person specifically told me that they would not send me pictures of his daughter Keisha because up until that point, there were no pictures of her online. Okay. This woman is absolutely evil. Absolutely evil. And you think just because you play it on your Patreon that's okay? The video that this man said he was looking for, how did she even get it? So Blue Angel 1985, we are talking, let me put this back on the screen. We are talking this evening. Wow. Jesus. We're talking this evening about this one, okay? Some people never learn. That's what we're talking about. And as we're doing the live, I'm getting real-time information that infamous Sylvia played this video that apparently Nesto had been looking for of his daughter. You want to, so now, now you want to add exploitation of victims to your list of crimes? Before you know it, she'll be catching up to Sonia, okay, to the bald-headed heathen who also deserves to go down. They're going after the big fish, but don't think the small fish are gonna get by. And bald-headed heathen. I just spoken into existence. Bald-headed heathen just became a member, y'all. Welcome, bald-headed heathen, officially to the Wisdom's Family Picnic. You already know how this goes. We begin now. Y'all throw it up in the chat. Give a warm welcome to the bald-headed heathen has joined the Wisdom family. And I just spoke the name. Well, all right now. And may your gift return back to you tenfold. I'm so joyful. I hope you can hear the joy in my voice. All right. Because we be having some great conversations with the bald-headed heathen, and it's not that bald-headed heathen. It's the Wisdom Family Picnic bald-headed heathen. The real bald-headed heathen is going to go down with her sister wife. All right, let me catch up to these comments because wow, that's all I can say is wow. Wow. I am absolutely y'all know when I sigh it's not good, right? And we got Juice Poetry. King is in the building. Y'all know when I sigh it is not good. I'm just going back to catch up on some of these comments. Um that's disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. When I heard that, I was through. She's a low down, dirty gutter snipe for that one. Always want to pray when trouble comes to her, shaking my head. Queen, they said she played the video of the daughter in her Patreon. She's going straight to not fast enough. Okay, not fast enough. Us seniors need love too. Yeah, Alice, I said the same thing. Tell me you're kidding. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. Mm, 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 mm. Jesus. I knew she was a jailhouse sweetheart, says LaShawn Williams. I heard that content creator doesn't play. I heard that CC doesn't play. I'm a I'm a heard that I'm a old school Nixie. I'm assuming you mean when you say CC, you mean content creator. I'm late. Is Sylvia in trouble again? Yes. God bless. 2054. Yes. She has and actually it's not even really five more charges. It's really seven because they converted one over and they added some more. They put the stalking back on. June's Poetry, thank you so much for the super chat, King. I appreciate you. I got fantastic use for my membership money. Monitoring Wisdom's Daughter subscriber increases. I appreciate you, King. I appreciate the love. Oh my goodness. And he just hit up with five more memberships. Y'all gonna get me overwhelmed on this evening. Listen here, I don't have a box of tissues nearby. Okay, I got a napkin which is not soft at all. May your gift return back to you tenfold, y'all. We have five new wisdom ambassadors. Let me see who just got gifted. Where y'all at? Amber, you've been gifted. Anastasia Nelson, my 60 plus cents, you've been gifted. See you then, you've been gifted. And Dr. LaShonia Roos Brown, number 001, you have been gifted. Y'all, all of you, welcome officially to the Wisdom Family Picnic. All right, because when you become a member over here, what I tell you, we be kin now. Y'all family, throw it up in the chat. Make our new ambassadors feel very much welcome because that's how we do over here at the Wisdom Family Picnic. All right, I appreciate you guys so much. Those of you who want to give and are not able to, I pray that God will increase your finances, not for me, but for you. But if you want to support the channel, you can do so for free in two ways. You can like the video, you can subscribe to the channel, and a third way, you can share the channel and the video. All right. Thank you guys so much. So much. I appreciate you, June's Poetry. I appreciate you, Bald Headed Heathen, for becoming a member. Night Skin said, I don't think she can help herself. She lacks self-awareness or self-reflection and not receptive to constructive criticism. She hasn't shown any ability to self-correct, so the DOC may have to. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Tripping with Melissa said, IS memberships range from $2.99 to $4.99 per month. Lord have mercy. So let me ask y'all something. Maybe I'll go over there and take a look. See, I haven't seen the video, but I do recall Dion saying this video will not help him. It will do more harm to the case. Look at that. Go on, Bluefish. Thank you so much for your comment, Queen. And I love your thumbnail. That's beautiful. She's done a lot of damage to this case. Okay. I heard it's on Saints and Sinners. I don't know. LaShawn, what's Saints and Sinners? I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, see you then said, I don't receive many gifts. Thanks again. See, God done blessed you. And I'm so happy that you got blessed. Poor thing. When I tell you that it is going to end very badly for this woman, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not judging her. I know sometimes I can come off a little, a little judgy. I'm very opinionated. I'm not judging this woman. I'm speaking what I know and what's coming. Us seniors need love too, said karma is a itchy bag. Yes, karma is coming. LaShawn said, I don't know, I heard it on another channel. Okay, I'm going to look into it. But to be honest with you, even if I found it, I wouldn't play it over here. Um, I'm not, you know what I mean? It's probably already gonna go around, and people close to this young lady was trying to keep her image and her picture off the internet. They were really trying to keep it off the internet, other than what was already on Ernesto's Instagram page. So we had already seen pictures of Laverte and pictures of Miles, but nobody had pictures of her, and she was the one that, remember I shared with you, has these mental issues that occurred after she left Georgia and went to California with Ernesto. And when she left there, she came back really messed up. Okay, I'm here for it. Just became a wisdom ambassador. All right, now I'm here for it. Y'all welcome this queen to the wisdom family picnic, because we begin now. Throw it up in the chat. Make the queen feel welcome. She's not new here, but she's a new wisdom ambassador. And thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you. I pray that your gift will return back to you tenfold, and that you will enjoy your membership. There are a lot of exclusive receipts in there. There's some tea in there, more videos on the way. All right. I want to make sure that whether you pay $2.99 for an ambassador membership or $7.99 for a VIP membership, I want you to get your money's worth. All right. So yeah, someone is saying that she has a membership tier at $4.99. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Because I want to be a little inquisitive today. Hold on just a moment. Let's I'm gonna I'm gonna do something that I don't do too often, but I want to see something. Let's go over there for a second. I want to go be inquisitive. Okay. Um, because I just, I mean, I can believe it, but I just can't not can't, but I just, let me see something here. Can y'all see this? Oh, hold on. Let me take this down so y'all can see. Take this down so y'all can see. Mm, 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 mm. Wow. Y'all see this, right? So beginner gadget crew $2.99, semi pro gadgeteer $4.99, super gadgeteer $14.99, and nosy tier 49. You might as well just say $500. Mm. And the sad thing is, some weird, crazy, messed up person who is beyond nosy is going to pay $500 to go look at this quote unquote said video. Okay? Wow. So this is not a Patreon. Let me go back to the comments for a second. This is not a Patreon. This is YouTube. This is her, like how you go into Under Wisdom's Daughter and you click join, and I have two levels. The ambassador level $2.99. The VIP level is $7.99. And if there are any VIPs in the building, please email me, iamwisdomsdaughter@gmail.com, because there is a perk that you get at the VIP level, but I have to give you the codes, okay? And I'll tell you more about it. It has to do with the Nightbot, okay? So I need you guys to get in contact with me, because some of you, I'm not able to find you because you either don't have a channel or your name is different from your YouTube handle. But anyway, so unbelievable. $4.99. $4.99. Um yeah, I don't even listen. I don't know what to say. But this person is very depraved. We've talked about it before, and then we're gonna move on. This person is very depraved. Okay. And there are still people who have the audacity to ask me, well, aren't you friends? Y'all were friends, and now you're talking about the woman. Let me tell you something. I said it before and I'll say it again. I didn't know this person very well. They were not who I thought they were at all. And once I started seeing how they were moving, if it was a friend of mine, friend or not, you moving like that, you getting dropped. I gotta put you on the expiration shelf. Okay. I said if you pay for the docs, can see. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me Hold on, old school. Old school Nixie said, infamous service said, if you pay for the docs, you can see what they. Wow. This is what happens when you are so desperate for money. If you can't pay your bills with whatever money you making on YouTube, the legal way, the honest way, go get a job. Go get a job. Okay? Go DoorDash. Thank you so much, old school Nixie, for being a member for 3 months, and thank you for your comment. Uh yes, Alice, child of God, YouTube allows you to set the prices. They allow you to set the prices. Let me go back over and look at something else. They do allow you to set the prices. Um, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Um, this is disgusting. Mm. Good morning, everyone. Morning prayer. God is good. I'm grateful. Okay. Wow. I was not expecting that, y'all. That just really caught me off guard. And I could not find which one of these YSL videos, but someone emailed me and shared that one of these videos, it is something in the last week. She's actually laughing and making very inappropriate comments about a victim that was shot. Uh, that had a gunshot victim from this case. Okay. And something about how the victim's hair was, you know, smashed to their head or matted to their head, or their head got blown in, or something really just inappropriate. So no, I didn't know who this person was, because I don't roll with people like that. Okay. Had no idea. No idea that they had a criminal record or any of that. Okay. Um so yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I just think that that's wow. Like I said, I don't. It's not often that I'm rendered speechless, because y'all know I talk a lot. And if you don't know, now you know, because I just told you. My friends that know me, I can talk you to death. I very rarely run out of words to say. Very rarely. But this right here, this is a whole other level of evil that I don't even like, to be honest with you. I feel like I want to cry. I really do. I really, really do. Cause like, for real, I'm almost glad that, this is true, that it's under the $500 membership, so that, because it's not that many people that's going to pay $500 to see it. Eventually, if this video is out there, eventually is going to end up on the internet anyway. But if we can prolong that a little bit longer, this is a victim. This is a victim who has made it very clear that she's terrified of her father. Dennis said Young Thug's lawyer dropped her and she has a court a court. Treasure Rowland said Young Thug's lawyer dropped Infamous and she has a court appointed lawyer now. Wow. Deidre Dale said, "Is it related to the Dana or the Nesto case? These charges are related to the content creator. That yeah, Dana, Dana J. Okay, maybe her twin flame Ponytail will visit her just like Nesto does." Harriet Timmons said, "I remember you said that." I did. I did. I'm gonna go through some more of these comments, and then we're gonna move on. um because like I said, I usually like to be prepared, and I'm very good with improvisation, but this right here just caught me off guard. All right. you know I just some people just never learn, just like I said in the tag. Some people never learn. All right. Um, one of the weird things about Ernesto, and we're gonna jump over to him in a little bit. We're not gonna be listening to any Ernesto stuff. We're actually gonna be talking about what is awaiting Nesto if he's convicted and he goes to prison. That's what we're gonna be getting into. Okay. But one of the things that I noticed with Nesto is that he talks about God a lot. It's almost as if he feels that because he believes in God and he can ask for forgiveness, that gives him a pass to do whatever he wants. And I don't understand how somebody that professes the Lord would do something like this. This woman is not a Christian. I don't know any Christians like this or that would do that. I don't know a perfect Christian. I'm not a perfect Christian. Okay? I know cussing Christians. I know fornicating Christians. Okay? But this is something else. I don't know what this is. This is a sickness, is what it is. And I told you guys before, I did the expose on her, not to dox her. I don't dox people, but because something is very wrong here. Very, very wrong here. Eve B said, was she plotting and unaliving? To be honest with you, I would love to share what it was. I can't right now. I really can't, but you will find out soon. You will find out soon. I've said everything that I can say, but what I will tell you is that there is documented evidence of conspiracy to commit a crime. And that, this what you saw with those charges is just the beginning. This is not over. It's like when Nasty Nesto, it started out, and then you start peeling back that onion. When you look at an onion, a red onion, you're not expecting all those layers in the middle, another layer after layer after layer. And this is starting to turn into that a little bit. No disrespect, but I'm so tired of unverified tea spilling all over YouTube. It's draining. Deirdre Dale, listen, there are times when we have information, but we can't tell you everything, especially if it's an open case. That would be detrimental to the people involved. It's just like with phone calls from prison, right? So there are things that we heard in the beginning and it didn't make a whole lot of sense. And as more of those calls came out, then it started to make sense, right? I said to you guys that infamous prayer warrior never spoke to Dre about an interview. He never agreed to an interview. He never spoke to the woman. I told you guys that because someone connected to him told me. I don't reveal my sources. I will never reveal my sources, right? And so you just have to wait. So what happened after I said that? About a week or two later, did not phone calls from prison release that jail call where Dre said, what's this with this blogger? I never spoke to her. I never spoke to that lady. So just be patient. Okay? That's all I can tell you. I'm letting you know what's coming. Okay? So you can prepare yourself. Old school Nixie said at Eve B, I wouldn't put it past her because she gives unstable. Listen, you can't, someone like this, you can't underestimate them. I'll say that. Big question, Wisdom. Shouldn't Sonia get arrested for tampering with Ernesto's case? She certainly should. And let me tell you what I believe is happening with Ernesto's case. Right now, it's with the state. This man took cars across state lines. He took people, okay, young girls across state lines. He was committing crimes in other states, California, Kentucky, all over Georgia. All right. The feds might very well pick up this case. That is a huge possibility that it may not just stay with the state of Georgia. Because once you start crossing over state lines, that's the feds. The feds are not going to tell you they're watching. They're not going to tell you that. You think that they're not able, just like the prosecutor, to get on YouTube and listen to all this stuff that's going on? I'm pretty sure they already refer his case to the federal. I can't verify that yet, but let's see what happens. But Nesto is done. One leg off. A little knowledge. Anyone can be a journalist, and yes, even you. We have a constitutional right. It's called freedom of press. Therefore, don't let Dennis or anyone tell you different. No, I agree. The thing is, you have some people who are for real journalists, like they work for an actual company. That is their career. That is their title. They went to school for that. They have journalism credentials. Like I work for NBC, or I work for CBS, or I work for Fox News, or I work for whatever, the Atlanta Press, right? I'm talking about a real journalist. Anyone can engage in journalism, but that doesn't make you a journalist. And one leg off, I see it as two different things. If you are a real journalist, you should have some actual credentials. I can make a citizen's arrest, but that doesn't make me a police officer, right? So that's the difference for me. Jam said YouTube is not the welfare office. Shout out to the red lipstick hustler. How do you know if something has been verified? So it's like this. I'll take a lesson out of a scripture in the Bible. How do you know if someone's a prophet? Right? How do you know if someone is a prophet? You don't know until their prophecy actually comes true. Then you can say, oh yeah, that person was a prophet, right? So, you won't know until it actually happens. Sometimes it's very difficult to verify, but there's enough information for us to say, okay, you know what? I can conclude that this person, is being honest about what they're saying, or I have enough information to say that, like I said, how did someone end up with pictures of, Ernesto's daughter that you can't find anywhere online? Jones Poetry. Yes, King has just become a member. Welcome officially to the Wisdom Family Picnic. June's Poetry, Mr. Slam Poetry, spoken word himself. King, we be kin now. Y'all throw it up in the chat. Throw it up in the chat. Make this king feel welcome. He's not new to this, but he is true to this. He's been around for quite some time, and he is now making it official. I appreciate you so very much. He gifted memberships and he became a member. That's awesome. And actually, let me read it correctly. He upgraded to a Wisdom VIP. I know that's right. There we go. Let me get it correct. He was already a member, but he done upgraded. He said, let me upgrade you. I love it. Thank you so much for upgrading your membership, and welcome. You are now Wisdom VIP. James MC, your man on the street, said WD Network. Yes. Mechadon said they got a damn degree. All right, let me catch up to some of these comments, and then we're going to move on. It's unfortunate that people will stoop so low for money. And it just lets you know that they have no integrity. There are still people that will support this woman. There are still people, that will ride or die and go hard for her. And I'm so glad that none of them ain't over here. Okay. Because the Wisdom Family Picnic, we got our heads screwed on straight. Isn't the daughter underage? I don't know. I don't believe so. I don't believe so. And I say that because I can share this. So this daughter Keisha was here in Georgia. Ernesto convinced her to come to California for a job opportunity. This young lady had a suspended license and was on probation because of driving with a suspended license and something that happened around that. Okay. So she was on probation, which means she was not supposed to leave the state. He convinced her to do it anyway. She left the state. And when she came back mentally messed up. Okay. So whatever mental illness she has, it seems like it's not something she was born with. It's something that occurred as a result of her being a victim of nasty Nesto. And so for all of that, she could not have been a minor if she's driving. So I don't think so. What do her subs say about her playing the video? I don't know. It's a hot mess. Okay, just like the bald-headed heathen said. Yeah. What do you get for $4.99? I don't know. I don't know. No idea. But like I told you, I'm pretty sure that someone is going to pay that money because they're just that nosy and they want to see. They want to see. So all right, I'm gonna get to some of these comments. We'll take a quick commercial break and then we're gonna jump into Nesto. This is what we're gonna get into next in just a moment. I'll show it to you. Okay, we're gonna get into some of this. We're gonna talk about what's gonna happen to Nesto when he gets to prison. Okay, because sir, he never learns. He doesn't learn. He has not learned from his mistakes. Okay, and apparently this one hasn't either. hasn't learned from her mistakes. And oh God, I don't even, yeah, I'm done. She calls it her defense fund. Yeah. Let me just say this. Don't don't get roped in. Don't get roped in with this defense fund. Okay? She um has been accused of donation fraud in the past with the Art Kelly case, raising donations for his case and then never turning over the money, claiming that the money was stolen. What money? She didn't raise money. And that was told to me by some people that she that were in her group back then. Okay. Her little group. There were some women and some men that were on the, free R. Kelly train. And yeah, there was some shady business going on with that. So no, it's not a typo. It's not. You want me to show it to you again? It's not a typo. I'll show it to you guys again. It is not a typo. It says 4.99 on like for real. um it's like unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let me take this down so you guys can see. So when someone said 4.99, I thought they were talking about my membership, and I'm like, my membership is not 4.99. You see it right there, nosy tier 4.99. Yep. Mm-mm-mm. Why does YouTube allow that? They allow you to control it. You have the right. So if you want to create a membership that's $10,000 a month, you can do the same thing on Patreon. Okay, you can do the same thing. None of his This is really sad. None of his victims are safe with her around. See you then. The Real Brown Family Chronicle said she wasn't just on a field trip, she was stalking. I'm glad your eyes and senses were open before you went any further. Yeah, and it's interesting. At the time, I'm like, no, you can't stalk somebody if you didn't know they were there. But after all this, it had me questioning, you know, because it's a Saturday, right? What are the odds that the place that you're going to, and at the time that you're going, especially because you're just going to places randomly, okay, let's go here next. What are the odds that, that person would be there? Had no idea. But then when the person says, oh, is that their vehicle? So I don't know anymore. I don't. There were two different lives going on that day, hers and mine. I still have not looked at her live of that field trip to this day. Still haven't looked at it. But she's evil. Okay? She's definitely evil. And I don't want to look at it, to be honest with you. I'm very protective of my spirit. I don't want to look at it. I've been told enough about it, and I've seen enough. I've seen enough. So I don't need to look at it. How old was the young lady during the time the video was taken? Is the young lady a part of the protected witness list? Yes, she is. She is. She's on his do not contact. I wonder if someone reported that she allegedly showed the video. I'm gonna report it. How about that? Y'all can blame it on me. I am going to report it. If I have to go down to Clayton County myself, I don't live that far. Somebody needs some psychiatric intervention. Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, this is not to bash. This is not to make fun of. This is very serious. This is never Shaby, I need a drink. Okay. I need a strong margarita, a real strong one with extra salt. That's how I was feeling that I want to cry. Absolutely. Now I'm just angry. Now I'm just angry. I'm having a plethora of emotions over here, guys. Now I'm just angry. Like I was literally, I could probably hear it in my voice. I was literally kind of holding back tears. Now I'm angry. Now I'm pissed off. So again, be careful who you're giving money to. I've seen this before. It's not my business to be running to people and saying, oh, I was on such and such live and so was talking about this, and I don't know if that's true. You might want to be careful. That's not for me to do. But what I'm telling you guys, many of you are very, very generous. Give because you have it. Give because you want to give, but don't give because people are giving you a sob story. Okay, because one of the things that I've seen is that people are more generous when they sympathize with you, when they say, oh, you lost, your cat died, oh, let me hit you up with a $50 super chat. Oh, this is go. Be careful. Just be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. Just be careful. Um, that should be a charge. It should. Yeah, there are more charges coming. There are more charges coming. Okay. Got to get over the Bible study. Be back in a half hour. No problem. Us seniors need love too. We'll be here. All right. So I said this wasn't gonna be a long live, and it's we already about an hour in. Nightbot is gonna make a liquor store run because we almost out of Henny, and I could use some right now. So let's pivot over to the next topic because I'm done with this. I'm really done. Yeah, she's a daughter of deception. Yep. Mm-hmm. You know, she calls herself a child of God. She's a child of deception. I could see Nesto playing the video in court as evidence, but what would the purpose of playing the video on, IS's YouTube channel? It's just clown behavior on Nasty Nesto, IS and Sylvia's behalf. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know why she still has a Rule 22. I don't think they know all of this, but they're going to know soon. They're going to know soon. So, good evening, the legendary kind. The infamous missionary Sylvia. Listen, she's the infamous. Let me bring this up one more time. Hold on one second. Okay. Because I started calling her infamous Mandela because that's what she thinks she is. Okay. Yep. Don't she look like Nelson Mandela in that picture? I know I'm wrong for that. Hold on. Don't she don't she look like Nelson Mandela? All right. Now I'm clowning. Now I'm just straight kiki and clowning at this point. All right. Um, so yeah, so that's the scoop on that. I'm a reporter, but I'm a freelancer. See, James MC, your man on the street, that's a real reporter. Infamous Sylvia, she's a blogger. Period. Okay. What's unverified about the documents pulled from the website? Okay, we're still talking about verification. Is there a such thing as having press credentials? Yeah, there is. Absolutely. Because the press are allowed into, you never heard of a press pass, Glorious Love? The press are allowed into some areas where other people aren't, right? Because they're coming on behalf of media for a news station or something like that. Please don't start revealing sources. It's the only way to get to the truth half the time. Oh yeah, don't worry, hey, it's me. I don't ever reveal my sources. When people tell me something, I get permission to share what they've told me. And I also talk to them about how I'm going to share that information to make sure that they're okay with that. And if they're not okay with it, then we come up with an alternative plan. Or they may say, well, I'm okay with this, but I'm not okay with that. I don't reveal my sources. Okay. Um, and that's just how I roll. I didn't get what Ernesto was saying about 100,000 and Dominique. Yeah, Dominique's real name is Alasia Washington, I believe. And I'm not sure what her connection is. He called her his daughter at one point. I do know that she was using the Bent Creek Manor as an address, but she doesn't have Nesto listed as a relative, so it's a little confusing with that. Sylvia has delivered messages for Nesto's family members to him. It would not be surprising if that's how the photo in question has been shared from person to person. Mm, 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 mm. All right, so that's a good segue. Let's take a quick break, just a little short break. All right, and then we're gonna jump into our next topic. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up on the screen. Let me just take down this comment for just a second, and I will get to the rest of your comments because we're gonna be talking about Nesto for the rest of the evening, and we're not gonna go past another hour. I'm not planning to go past another hour. So hold on just a second. Make sure I get a couple things up here first. Alrighty, so I have to talk about my favorite shop, Butters and Black Soaps. I'm waiting on my African black soap because oh my god, I ran out, y'all. I ran out of my African black soap. I thought I was gonna lose my mind. I was upset. But surprisingly, yeah, my skin is still soft and supple. I was like, okay, I can get with that. But if you guys, those of you who are new here, if you haven't heard about Butters and Black Soap, they are a company based out in Douglasville, Georgia, that specializes in oils. They specialize in African black soap. All their products are natural. They have butter, shea butter. They have a variety of African black soaps. This is the charcoal and turmeric. This is the triple shea butter. This is the sea moss, because if you haven't heard, we're 30% or 80% sea moss. They have a number of body creams, and their products are excellent for skin, hair, and nails. If you're having issues with your skin, dry skin, this is the product that you want. The sea moss and argan body cream. Now they do have other body creams. I just like this one. Is lightly scented. A little bit goes a long way. And when I tell you it works instantly to smooth out your skin, I use it on my feet. Okay. And my feet are baby bottom smooth. This is the Casil powder, which is a great product for blotchy skin, for dark spots. As a matter of fact, I used this product on my son just a couple days ago, 2 hours before his junior prom, and it did what it needed to do. But can I tell you, the next day I was looking at his skin like, baby, because he's doing some things, eating chocolate, and it breaks him out and whatnot. And when I tell you, this product right here works, this is what you want. If you have problems with your skin, this is what you want. Try it out. And if you don't see like results in the next couple of days and see some kind of difference in your skin, let me know and I'll refund you the difference that you paid for it. Okay. I stand on this product. I'll refund you. How about that? The products work. They're amazing. Go check it out. Go to Butters and Black Soap. They have beard oil. They have products for hair growth, a number of natural products that are chemical free and free of radicals that are harmful to your skin. If you use the code WISDOM, you can get a 15% discount off of every order. If you're new to the site, go ahead and put your email in and you'll get a one-time 20% discount. Mother's Day is almost here. Get your orders in. All right. And that's it. That's all I got to say. I use the products. I stand on the products. They work and they're absolutely amazing. And I've heard from so many of you that are using and loving the products. All right. So I'm going to leave it up here in case some of you want to go ahead and check it out. And on that note, we're going to get back into our topic. So we're going to be talking now about what is going to happen to Nasty Nesto in prison. Because I've been thinking about it, and we all know how this goes. He is he's a pedo. He's a pedo. And if he is convicted of all those charges, he's going to be going to jail, going to prison with a rap sheet that includes the essay, that includes the child P, in addition to all that scamming. So I said, okay, let me go see if I can find a video on what happens to people who have those charges in jail. And what I found, now wonder why Nesto was talking about they trying to kill me. Listen, Nesto was crying his eyes out when he thought that the CP charges were being dropped, because the R is one thing, but when you start messing around with kids, it's not looking good. So we're actually going to hear from someone who has spent a considerable amount of time in jail and can tell you what happens to men. Now, trigger warning, okay? Mods, go ahead and put the trigger warning up there, because this prisoner is going to say some things and he's not going to hold back. Okay. Linda Gibbs said Ernesto will most likely be going to federal prison and more than likely protected custody. Well, there's a thing about this protected custody. It depends, because typically what they'll do is they'll put you in a low security jail, or they'll try to put you somewhere with people who have jail time similar to yours. But from what I heard, all it takes is you getting into one fight, and they will send you upon yonder to the maximum prison, and you're going to be in there with all types of nasty people. Nesto, you think Nesto's nasty? Nesto's going to find out what nasty is. Okay. Oh, bald-headed heathen said, hey, bitch is broke and a scammer. Oh, boy. Hey, it's me. You especially can't trust some of them, because look for the example using a white female picture. Linda Gibbs is talking about ponytail. Put up a picture of a white woman in a ponytail on her LinkedIn page. Okay. Sarah Boo says, I love your channel. Thank you so much, Queen. Can you get your money back if you file a complaint? I don't know. I don't know. She admitted on the live that it's $4.99 and explained why. So it's not a typo. Wow. So she is advertising it. Old school Nixie, I need you to send me a link to that video. I need you to send me a link to it if you don't mind when you get a chance. Just email it to me. I thought that Sylvia said she had money. That was her daughter. Her daughter was up they took that video down, but her daughter was talking about, oh, we got money, we lawyered up, we good, we this, we that. That protective custody due to classification is not true. You have to request protective custody and then have to be satisfied with your reason once you go to protective custody. So we're learning a little bit more. And if Auntie No's Kitchen is on here, Auntie No's Kitchen would be able to expand upon that even further. Continuously evolving. Thank you so much. Okay, I appreciate the clarification on that. Basically, what continuously evolving is saying is that him going into protective custody is not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. All right. So we're going to listen to now. He calls himself Viking Mindset 11. Okay. And he did a TikTok titled "What Happens to Aris in Prison." Okay. So there is a warning on the initial page when it starts. But as I said, mods, if you can put it up in the chat, just put a trigger warning up in the chat. There are no graphic photos, so you don't have to worry about that. There are no graphic photos. It's just the language. Okay, that's what it is. So let me go ahead and share and make sure that you guys can see. Let me take this down, make sure you can see. And we're going to hear from this gentleman here. Okay. Because he said, yeah, he said it's no joke. All right. He said it is no joke. All right. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
So what happens to rapists in prison? Now I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is a very graphic one I'm gonna be speaking on. Now, just because we're in there for robberies and gang violence and drug dealing and whatnot, we don't want to be around that type of evil. If you hurt women and children in the most demonic way for your sexual pleasures, this is what's gonna happen to you in prison. For one, every rapist that I've seen in prison is like always trying to go to PC and hide. But the thing about Florida and all these other prisons, like I've been telling you guys, that shit means nothing. PC is just a fancy way to say, yeah, we got it under control to the average world. But when you lived on the inside, that just means it's easier to get to you. When you hurt women and children in that way, that door pops open and you know someone's coming in there to cut your fucking throat. That's just the way it is. Every meal that you eat is poison, spit on, shit on. Everything you can think of is what happens. And I find it so funny that these coward, demonic motherfuckers that were so quick to take the most beautiful, precious resources, women and children, and try to destroy them and humiliate them. When they get around men, they act like the most scared, just running for their life motherfuckers in the world. But you're now in a place where the guards hate you, the convicts hate you, because we all have family out there. And just to think that this predator will one day hit the streets and our families out there, nah, we're going to do the world a favor. So it's on site. Some dudes will play the long game, extort their families, extort them, until they have nothing left and just take them out, beat them viciously day in and day out. Other dudes will go in for the headshot immediately and it's on site. The guards are going to torture you. I mean, I see them where they throw them off the top tier by accident as they're taking them to the showers. A beating just with the hands is almost a blessing to you scumbag motherfuckers. I've seen too many times where there's rapists in prison and somebody's in that prison that was affected by the crime they did. Somebody reaches out to the CO, that door gets popped open, and they beat the living shit out that motherfucker in the worst way possible. I'm talking about torture. Yeah, it's fucked up. Don't think for 1 second, because we made these horrible, horrible decisions of armed robberies and burglaries and selling dope. Oh no, you leave our kids, you leave our women alone. We do not want to live with you vile, demonic creatures. So every chance we get, we make your life a living hell. And so many times have I seen these rapists beaten, just completely just fucked up beyond recognition, and asked, do you feel vulnerable like your victim did? As they're screaming for help for the officers. And the officers are laughing because you're in here for hurting women and children in the worst way possible. And now you're begging for somebody to help you. Was your victim able to get that same help? Fuck you. Leave our kids, leave our women alone. Stay out, stay free. Us.
So there you have it. All right. Not easy to listen to, but you heard what was said. This is There is no calling for help, okay? Because as he stated, a lot of times, as soon as Nesto gets to prison, everyone's gonna find out what he's in there for. Everyone's gonna find out about his rap sheet. They're gonna find out about, uh what he did to be in there. And he's never going to be safe. Okay, he's not going to have peace of mind. He's not going to be safe. You heard this guy talking about what they do to the food. Okay, spit in the food, feces in the food, urine in the food. um and that's the least. you know that's the very least. All right, he has two more videos. One more where he talks about what happens to same thing, kind of like, what happens to sex offenders and things like that. um and then he has a video where he talks about what happened to Derek Chauvin. That was the officer who put his knee um on the neck of George Floyd. Okay, so we're gonna listen to one more video, and from this particular guy, I should say. Anyway, hold on a minute. Let me take this down because I'm getting confused about what videos I have up. All right, so let me share this one. All right, again, there's a trigger warning, but we're talking about what does Nasty Nesto have to look forward to. And the COs do things like, quote unquote, accidentally leave certain doors open. All right.
So I get this question asked a lot. How often did I witness rape in prison? And as somebody who has a family member that was raped before, I take this very serious. It doesn't matter if it's in the inside or outside, it's always a crime. Florida started something called PREA. Now, that stands for the Prison Rape Elimination Act. What that means is they'll put you in the cell with somebody like your height and your weight, so you have a fighting chance in case this happens. That's how rampant it is. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the story I told you about an inmate I did time with named Ricky Martin. Well, he was a confused young dude who gave the guards attitude. They ended up putting him in the cell with a notorious rapist, booty bandit, whatever you want to call it, just a violent guy who's bigger, stronger. And the guy raped Ricky Martin and beat him to death. And it was like 3 or 4 months before the young guy went home. It's unbelievable. And it's just so hard to watch and bear. You just hear it and see it. It happens rampant in prison. And it might be a friendly way where they're getting so high with the guy, almost like how they drug people at nightclubs and bars. Like, always be careful, always watch your drinks. They do the same shit in prison. They'll have a guy smoking tobacco and they drug it and they get him so fucked up that they end up taking, they rape him. Or say a guy gets into debt for gambling and he can't pay the money back, say drugs or gambling, whatever debt it is. Dude walks in his cell with a knife and says, hey, you're going to pay this debt 2 different ways. Either shows him the knife or the other way, which is rape. It's disgusting. Another way, and this is like the predator versus prey, they'll go straight up to a weaker inmate
and pull a knife on them or slap them around, or usually a guy that's smaller, usually a guy that doesn't have any friends or rolls with anybody, and just straight take it from him. And next thing you know, the guy's turned out, going around the compound, talking like a female, wearing his prison blues like a female. It's a sad thing to see. They call that getting turned out. And it forces people like myself to go, you literally have to go insane to remain sane, because you're hearing this, you're seeing this, and you literally just have to keep it moving. Because in prison, if you get in anybody else's business, they'll cut your throat, but they are not respected. And I've seen it to where, like, for instance, the situation with Spawn. Spawn got put in a situation where a guy put a finger in his ass, and Spawn came back and stabbed the guy and damn near killed him. Spawn got almost 30 years for that whole event. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. Stay out, stay free. Us.
Want to get to a couple of a couple of the comments recently. So Shaby said Nesto ain't new to doing Fed time, which is true. However, as Baby Bird said, his first bid was as a regular criminal. Okay, some fraud charges, some armed robbery and things like that, theft by deception and all that. And I think he did some time for the drug charges. But now he going in with Chomo. Is that how you say it? Chomo, Como? Because you guys know I mispronounce everything just about. I'll just say Chomo and our charges. It will not be the same as we just heard it. Okay. Andrea said, Nesto won't make it up in there. He thinks he's having anxiety attacks now. Yeah, why do you think he keeps talking about anxiety? Right? Anxiety attacks, and he feels depressed. And you heard him on the call with Lamont, where he was, the call was about him trying to find out if he talked to quote unquote crazy yet. But he was having he was talking about, yeah, they're trying to kill me up in here. He said Nesto needs to poop on himself and don't watch. And you heard what he said. It's a catch-22, because some people, they're gonna fight back. They're gonna fight back, and then they will get more time. And so the legendary kind says, okay, I found it. It's a content creator that shows Fed charges that were sealed for Nesto. Okay. You can send it to me on the legendary kind. You can either email it to me at iamwisdomsdaughter.com, or you can just put the name of the content creator, the name of their channel in the chat, and then I'll try to bring it up. Yeah. Sylvia's out of her mind with those prices. I don't care about none of these sick perverted ninjas. This is what he has done to himself. This is what he's done to himself. At WD, do you sleep with a CPAP machine? No. Why would I need a CPAP machine? Do I sound like I need a CPAP machine? I don't know, y'all. Do I sound like I need a CPAP? Yeah, no, I don't need a CPAP. I know what it's for. I know people have used it. I don't need a CPAP. So I haven't used my asthma pump in about a year or two. Some of them like that sauce. Ew, the legendary kind. No. He will be in a no-win situation. The thing is, the last thing this gentleman said is, now you're crying for help. But what about your victims when they were crying for help? And see, not all the victims were victims of this type of a crime, but still victims, and Ernesto Williams had no mercy on these people. He didn't care about these people. He said in the beginning of one of the videos, everything you do now, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. That's what he said. He said everything is gonna come out. This is what he spoke on. Okay. Some of you guys on here in my Bible study, right? One of the last Bible studies that I did, I talked about how powerful your words are. Your words are they have power and they have consequences. And when you release things into the atmosphere, so he said it. He said, yeah, it's all gonna come out. Well, it's coming out. He also said, when you do things, it come back. And I guess, I'm paying for the things that I've done. Nesto, His eyes have not seen and his ears have not heard all that is coming to him. Zenso, maybe he can find a friend who is big like Trey. Words are containers. Absolutely. It's coming out and it's not going to be nice. So I'm going to play what happened to Derek Chauvin. And the reason why I'm playing this is because this is another example of what happens in prison with to prisoners that people don't like. Although this is a local story and it hasn't necessarily hit mainstream news yet, be patient because more than likely when this goes to trial, it probably will catch on to mainstream media. And people are not going to like Nesto. They don't like him already as it is. So let's play this one. Okay, it says Derek Chauvin, disgraced police officer who unalived George Floyd, has been brutally stabbed in prison. And this was video was dropped November 24th of last year. So this was from last year, but we're gonna listen to it.
Derek Chauvin, the disgraced police officer that was involved in the murder of George Floyd, has just been stabbed the fuck up in prison. Now, if you're not familiar with the case, you must be living under a rock. This man literally killed this man for no reason at all. Everybody has their own opinion, but the video speaks volumes, and that's all there is to it. This man is a disgrace and has just got stabbed up in federal prison.
All right, hold on just a second. I'm going to pause. So GR said, I just got here. What did Sylvia do? Um, you might just want to roll the video back to the beginning or to the part while I pull up the charges. But basically, she's facing 7 counts. Okay. 1 count of criminal trespass, 1 count of stalking, 2 counts of stalking, sorry. 2 counts of harassment over the phone and 2 counts of conspiracy to commit a crime. She's in a lot of trouble. That's the first thing. The second thing is that video that Nesto kept talking about that he wanted so bad, she got it. And the only way that she could have gotten it was probably from Bonehead Sonia. Okay, the bald-headed heathen, not the one that's in the family picnic. Okay, the real bald-headed heathen. All right, with no edges and sideburns. Her. She probably got it from her, like how they exchange other information. And she released it on her Patreon and is charging people $500 to watch it. Like I can't. She's going to get what's coming to her. And if you think what happens to Nasty Nesto was bad, karma is going to come back for her and drag her behind straight to hell.
Now, to truly understand how this works, you have to look at it like this. This man is a police officer, right? You would think law enforcement would hide him. High profile case involved in one of the most racial driven killings that we've seen in America in probably 50 to 100 years. In prison, it doesn't matter. When it's your time to get got, you will get got. It doesn't matter if you're law enforcement. It doesn't matter protective custody. When it's your time to get hit up, you will get hit up. From what I was told, his cell was kind of opened accidentally where he was stabbed up at least 18 times. So once that cell door was accidentally open, he was stabbed over 18 times. Now, he had to get taken to outside medical where they literally had to save his life. He's still fighting for his life, going back and forth. They're saying he will make it, but you never know in those situations. It takes one infection or one hard thing, and that's how it goes in prison. It doesn't matter how high profile you are, law enforcement, or what you think this is. When it's your time to get hit up, you will get hit up, especially when it involves something as delicate as race and innocent people getting killed and murdered and the whole world seeing it on camera. Now, the facts, it could be a hit. It could just be somebody trying to get revenge for the family, or somebody that saw that video and it really fucked with them and stepped to an officer and said, hey, I need to make something happen about this, because that affected a lot of people of all races, color, and creed. So after his ass got hit up about 18 times, they had to life flight him. And if you're not familiar, what that means is basically a helicopter lands in the prison because they need to get your ass to the hospital, because obviously the staff and what goes on with prison medical cannot handle any type of life-saving measures. And since he was so fucked up and these prisons are so far away from just regular society, They're hours and hours away. They had to land a helicopter to pick him up, take him to a hospital, and ultimately get him there as fast as possible. Now, this just goes to show you guys it doesn't matter who you are, who you roll with, what you're about, who will see. When it's your time to get hit up in prison, you will get got. So that's just the way it is. Law enforcement, protective custody or not. I had thousands of people saying nothing will happen to him. The officers will protect him. Oh, he'll be in protective custody. It never happens like that. Vikings exaggerate. Look at it now. That man just got hit up 18 times fighting for his life. Stay out, stay free. Us.
Um so yeah, so as we can see, um if they don't like you in prison, no one is going to protect oh nasty Nesto. He will not be protected. He will not be protected. And he knows this. That's why he was trying so hard. I gotta get these charges off me. I gotta get him. That's why he was trying so hard, you know. The legendary kind, thank you so much. And I found the channel. Thank you. Um, you're the reason why you're the reason why she's charged in five. Okay, you're the reason why she's charged in $500 because she said people are paying for our membership and then reposting it on their phone. I want their page to get at her. I don't. The reason why she charged $500 is because she said people are paying for our membership and then reposting it on their phone. Um, she's charging $500 because people are paying for memberships and reposting it. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not Yolanda. I'm not sure what you're trying to say, love. If you can just expand upon that a little bit. Um, yeah, I'm not sure, but I'll give you an example. Chronicle Speaks is a YouTube channel that is known for dropping exclusive tea. That is primarily what she does. That is the go-to for a lot of people. Okay, once or twice, every now and again, not often. It sometimes we may not get all the information correct, but um she's known for dropping receipts and she comes with the receipts. Okay, I imagine she has a huge YouTube following, over half a million people. All right. And she probably has a team. And so if you've been on her channel, when she drops her receipts, what does she do? She has her watermark across it. So if it's reposted, you know where it is. I've used some of her receipts, secondhand. That's how it is on YouTube. So I don't understand. Nobody is running to her channel, to Infamous Sylvia's channel, to steal nothing. I can tell you that ain't nobody running over there. We might go to a big blocker like a Chronicle Speaks. Ain't nobody running over there. So I don't think that's the reason. I think she's charging that kind of money because she needs money and she believes that people will pay it. That's why I think she's charging that kind of money. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, Yolanda. Nika Jackson. Nika, is it okay? I'm sorry with these names. It's either Nika. I think I'm gonna say Nika because I think it's Nika Jackson. Says you big man. Anissa Ali says, I don't know if you all remember, but she said, oh, he said, I'm either gonna be free or he did say that. He did. And if I'm not mistaken, um, that's when the bald-headed heathen said, no, don't say that, and yada yada yada. So yeah. Um, and X, she said, so hold on one second. We're gonna go the legendary kind, we're gonna go over there. We're gonna go over there. She says she's an excellent content creator. So we're gonna go over there. There's a content creator that was recommended by the legendary kind. So we will go over there and check it out before we end. I'm still pretty good on time. Taking someone across state lines is a state offense. Buyer Nesto for real. Listen, that I am not law enforcement. That's not my area of expertise. But I'm feeling like because it's not just one state. Once you start doing things in other state, I'm feeling like that could be federal. Um, excuse me. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I just burped. I'm so sorry. I got excited and burped. Old school Nixie said, I got a troll. Y'all funny. needs to stop being bad news. Yeah, listen. This is my message for Sylvia and for Sonia and for Ernesto and people who do things like that.
The jail you planned for me is the one you're gonna rot in. Everything you've done to me, already done to you.
All right? I'm gonna play it one more time because I just love the color purple.
The jail you planned for me is the one you're gonna rot in. Everything you've done to me, already done to you.
All right? Everything that Nesto has done to these victims is already done to him. His future, or I should say his present, hasn't caught up to his future. All right? And that is my take on that. Somebody said no, it's federal. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Hang on. Hang on. So someone said, y'all funny. Thanks for coming to the picnic. Y'all funny. Oh, see it and says, I love her. Okay, I have to check out this content creator. I have to check her out. Linda Gibbs said, yeah, again, taking someone across state lines offense, you know, taking someone across state lines is a state offense, and by Nesto for real. And someone says it's federal. Sylvia can't help herself. She wants to be famous. Well, you know what? She's gonna get what she wants. She's gonna get what she thinks she wants. Mm-hmm. There's a sucker born every minute. I'm sure some are paying for it. Yeah. People don't like watching her because of who she is. Um, oh, this person said because of you, she thinks you're trying to take her down. Um, no, you know what? People can dig themselves into a hole so deep that they can't get out of. Okay? I don't own a shovel. I'm not digging her grave. Okay? She's digging her own grave. Period. Right? There are things that she did before I even had a YouTube channel, before I even knew that an infamous Sylvia existed. So how do you blame that on me? No, I'm not trying to take her down. She's taking herself down, you know? So, yeah. Whoever assisted Sylvia in receiving those pictures should be in trouble too. Well, we can all gather who probably did. This might sound harsh, but before my mother left this world, I told her, if you do wrong and I do wrong, I would turn you in because how can how can I help you? We both in jail. Okay, I understand what you're saying. So Anisha's basically saying that she told her mom that basically like if you do wrong and I do wrong, I would turn you in because how we're gonna help each other if we're both in jail, right? So Barbara Brown Henry said Isis is unhinged. She's going to end up in jail with Sonia. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, one more video and then we're gonna pivot. Now, Shay B or old school Nixie, go ahead and put up the trigger warning because the last video is it does have some visuals. The visuals themselves are not graphic. The topic is graphic. But it's basically I just googled a video on what happens to pedos in jail. And it's short. It's like 10 minutes, but interestingly enough, one of the people, and the video is 10 minutes. We're only going to watch 5 minutes of it because it's too much. There are like 12 people featured. And once you heard what happened to one, you can gather what happens to the rest. But there are two people that we're going to hear about in terms of what happened to them in prison. And one of the people is going to surprise you. How many of you guys eat at Subway? How many of you guys eat at Subway? I used to eat at Subway. I don't anymore. I used to eat at Subway a lot when I was in New York. I don't anymore. I eat at Publix now if I want a sandwich. But um, do you guys remember the Subway guy who lost all that weight? He said he lost all that weight eating Subway sandwiches. You ever wondered what happened to him? Well, we're about to find out right now. About to find out right now.
Shadowed corridors of the prison system, behind the cold bars, and under the watchful eyes of guards, inmates create their own order, often targeting those they deem the most reprehensible. Among these, child molesters occupy the lowest rung, viewed not just as criminals, but as pariahs, subject to the harshest forms of inmate justice. This video delves into the chilling reality faced by these predators in prison, a world where their crimes catch up to them in the most brutal ways, often leading to violent retributions and, in most cases, death. Richard Huckle. Let's start the video with Richard Huckle, known as one of Britain's most notorious pedophiles. This criminal's activities began to surface when he was arrested at Gatwick Airport in 2014. He was returning to the UK for the Christmas holidays when officers from the National Crime Agency's Child Exploitation and Online Protection Command apprehended him. Investigations revealed a horrifying pattern of abuse. Huckle had posed as a Christian teacher and photographer in Malaysia, where he exploited his access to vulnerable children. The extent of Huckle's crimes was staggering. He was found guilty of 71 offenses against 22 children, ranging from sexual assault to rape. The victims were between 6 months and 12 years old, and many of the offenses occurred in Malaysia. Huckle's method of operation involved gaining the trust of poor Christian communities in Kuala Lumpur. He would offer to teach English and take children on trips, using these opportunities to carry out his abuse. What made Huckle's case even more appalling was his use of the dark web to share images and videos of his abuse. He was a member of a pedophile site that showed the abuse of babies and young children, with tens of thousands of accounts. His activities on the dark web were part of a larger network that was eventually tracked down by police in Europe and Australia. In 2016, Huckle was sentenced to 22 life sentences for his crimes. However, on October 13, 2019, he was found dead in his cell at Full Sutton Prison in East Yorkshire. He was 33 years old at the time of his death. The circumstances of Huckle's death were as brutal as the crimes he committed. Another prisoner, Paul Fitzgerald, subjected Huckle to a 78-minute attack. Fitzgerald strangled Huckle with an electrical cable sheath, inserted a pen into his brain through his nostril, raped him, and inflicted several other forms of torture. Fitzgerald, who was 30 years old at the time, was serving a sentence for a previous murder, and his attack on Huckle was seen, by many, as a form of vigilante justice, reflecting the deep hatred and contempt that child sex offenders often face in prison. Jared Fogle, once a celebrated spokesperson for Subway restaurants, who experienced a dramatic fall from grace that shocked the public. Born in August 1977, Fogle grew up in Indianapolis and attended North Central High School, later graduating from Indiana University in 2000. His claim to fame was his significant weight loss, reportedly shedding 245 pounds between 1998 and 1999. Largely attributed to a diet consisting of Subway's low-fat sandwiches. This transformation catapulted him into the limelight, and he became the face of Subway, appearing in their advertising campaigns from 2000 to 2015. However, beneath this health-conscious individual, Fogle harbored a dark secret. In 2015, the FBI and Indiana State Police raided his residence in Zionsville, Indiana, as a part of an investigation into distribution and receipt of child pornography charges. This operation led to the discovery of computers and other electronic equipment that contained incriminating evidence against Fogle. Fogle was accused of engaging in illicit sexual conduct with a minor and was found to have distributed and received child pornography. In August 2015, federal prosecutors announced a plea deal with Fogle, where he agreed to plead guilty to 2 counts, one for distribution and receipt of child pornography, and the other for traveling to engage in illicit sexual conduct with a minor. Consequently, Fogle was sentenced to 15 years behind bars. Fogle's time in prison has been marked by violence and hostility from fellow inmates, reflecting the general disdain for child predators in the prison system. In January 2016, Fogle was attacked by fellow inmate Stephen J. Nigg. The attack was brutal, with Nigg striking Fogle multiple times in the face with a closed fist. This assault left Fogle with a bloody nose, scratches on his neck, and swelling and redness on his face. Nigg's motivation for attacking Fogle stemmed from his frustration with his own conviction and the perception that Fogle was using his celebrity status and financial resources to receive special treatment in prison. Robert.
Okay, so you guys kind of get the picture in terms of, as we said, what Nasty Nesto can look forward to while he is in prison. So it's not good. This is why, he's panicking. His life is over, all these things. And now he wants, he wants prayer and he wants to read the Bible and all these other things. But it's kind of too late. at this point. Jared was the total wolves in sheep's clothing, and the same can be said about Ernest Williams, a complete wolf in sheep's clothing. Um, Nightbot said we running out of chicken. Yeah, Nightbot, he be all up in the chicken. That I know for sure. Can you drop the link to your new channel? I haven't been able to find it searching. Absolutely. The actually the link is, if you go to the description on my channel, the link is there. You can actually find it there because it's a new channel. It's not in the algorithm yet. And it I noticed that on even my main channel here when I went to pull it up. I'm like, why is it not coming up? So I definitely have it up now. But I can drop it in the chat as well. Let me just do that for you guys right now. And then we're going to, the last thing we'll do is we'll pivot over the to the YouTube channel that was recommended. Because I see something that looks interesting. It says Shirley Strawberry, girl, you in trouble. Who the F did she marry? She said she know who she married. She said that she's not a victim and she's not confused. That's what old girl, that's what she said. That's what she said. All right, hold on a second. Let me get you guys the link to is this going to, let me get you guys the link to the new channel, and then we'll continue on. So hang on a second. It's Shay Investigates, and I don't think that's our Shay. I think that's a different Shay. The Shay Investigates. All right. So let me see if I can get this for you guys really quickly. I'll give you this, but let's see. I wanted to give you. Okay, here we go. I'll put this up in the chat for you guys. Alrighty, so I'll put it in the chat. All right. So the new channel is called Bad Girls Talk. Right. I'm actually simultaneously streaming to both channels, and we're gonna be doing a lot more panels over there. We'll do kind of like this format here, and then we'll do panel discussions over there on Bad Girls Talk. And Shaby just gifted 5 memberships, Queen. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. And the legendary kind got gifted. That's what's up. Alexis Thomas got gifted. Brandy Waters, Jazzy JK, and T. You guys have all been gifted. We have 5 new Wisdom ambassadors. Make them feel welcome. Let me be the first to welcome all of you to the Wisdom Family Picnic. All right, it's official. We begin now. And old school Nixie, here you go. Here you go. Old school Nixie just gifted 5 memberships. All right, hang on now. TS, PM, Dimples Dawson, D West Nose, and Angel B were gifted memberships by Old School Nixie. Thank you so much, Old School Nixie and Shay B Queens. May your gifts return back to you tenfold. And those of you, I'm so glad you're enjoying it here, the legendary kind. Those of you who just became members, welcome officially to the Wisdom Family Picnic. Some of you guys have been around for a while, and I hope that you enjoy your membership. Give a huge wisdom welcome to our new wisdom ambassadors, and a big thank you to Old School Nixie and Shay B. These queens are awesome. Thank you guys so very much for helping the family to grow. And may all of your gifts return back to you tenfold. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. We've got 710 people in the picnic. Just in case you forgot, make sure you hit the like button and support the channel. So, all right. So let's move on over to, it's called Shay. Hold on. Shay Investigates. And okay, let me go ahead and share the screen over here. And then the legendary kind, do you know what video it was? Do you know the name of the video? Oh. Y'all cutting up in the chat. Hold on a second. Y'all are cutting up in the chat. Wait a minute. Alice said, "It is what it is, and it will be what it will be." I know that's right. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. He is being housed in a federal prison in Littleton, Colorado. Oh, and happy Nurses Week. If we have any nurses in the picnic, happy Nurses Week, y'all. I'm so sorry. I'm off my game. All right. Happy Nurses Week. Thank you to all of you, healthcare workers and specifically nurses. I've worked with nurses very closely in my career, and I see how hard you work. And although, doctors may go to medical school for 7 years, but let me tell you something, nurses work. That is a very, very difficult job. Some people go into nursing because of the money, but let me tell you something, nurses work. And the nurses that I work with saved a lot of these doctors behinds from the mistakes that they would often make. So shout out, big shout out to all the nurses in the building. I appreciate you and everything that you do. Subway lost a lot of customers in stock because of him. That's true. Nesto has been a sheep's and wolf closing with the side of mass zips, liquid V, BV, pimping, etc. You got that right. That's what Shirley said back then. I bet she's singing a different tune now. I bet. I bet she's singing a different tune. I'm gonna go ahead and pin it in the chat, the link to Bad Girls Talk, because just waiting for a couple more things that are in place. I'm getting the panel together so that we can officially launch that channel. But I will go ahead and pin that to the chat so you guys can actually find the channel and subscribe, and make sure all of you subscribe to the channel so we can do what we need to do over there. The Red Lipstick Hustler said, I just subscribed. Well, thank you very much. Jazzy JK said, woohoo. What is Bad Girl? So Bad Girls Talk is a you can call it a backup channel if you want, but it's another channel that I'm launching to kind of cover some of the topics that might be just a little too much, for the picnic. Like a topic like this is a heavy topic, but we're doing a lot of Nesto over here. And I don't necessarily plan to do Nesto over there, but we're going to get into, there's so many actual news stories, just different things going on in addition to what's happening on social media and all that juicy tea. So this is going to be a different format. It will be a lot of panel discussion. It will, include interviews and things like that. So we will still have a Kiki over there from time to time, but that channel is going to be a lot more diverse. So we will have the picnic over here, and then we'll go over there. And when I say bad, I don't mean bad like I mean bad like a baddie, like, yeah, like, she bad, because I'm old school. I know I sound young, but I'm old. So I choose joy. Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker, Queen, and may your gift return back to you tenfold. I appreciate that. She's always up in the building. And thank you to all of you who have gifted. I really appreciate the support. And again, those of you who may not be able to support monetarily, you can certainly support liking and subscribing. BGT, yeah, it's going to be a variety of conversation, a lot of human interest stories, some really interesting things that you guys will enjoy over there. So in terms of the plan for that channel, I've kind of vetted it with a few people. Everyone is really excited. So that'll be coming soon. All right. So I want to share now. We're going to go over to Shay Investigates. This is another channel that was recommended. And when somebody recommends a channel to me, I want to go over there and check it out and support. All right. So let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see. Am I actually in her channel or not? Let me see. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, is this it? Queen Shay, she's cute. So some of you have highly recommended this channel. I'm liking the thumbnails. I'm liking what I see. Okay, she does case studies of actions. Okay, wait a minute. Here on this channel, we do case studies of actions that people have taken or not taken. I use my background in public relations and video production. I also get into some of my psychic abilities. Okay, we got a super sleuth here. So make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. It's called Shay Investigates MS. I'm looking at the thumbnails. Everything looks pretty interesting on here. Um, so yeah, and it looks like she's I don't know how long the channel's been up, but it could be a fairly new channel. And I always like to support people that are up and coming. Let me get back to the chat and see. Was there where is the legendary kind? I can't find the comment. You were telling me about a video. There was a video on here that you wanted me to look at. Can you put it in the chat which video it was? Because I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. Yes, and she used to do legal work. Okay. Yeah, a few of you recommended this channel. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Shay Investigates. And like I said, I don't think this is our Shay. I don't think this is the phone calls from prison Shay. But yeah, let me know which video it was. I'll take a look at it and I can always put it up in the description box on the channel. So let me know which if you tell me which video it was, then I can. It's got to be one of these, right? Strawberry. So we already know about the bigamy. Okay. Shirley gives advice on cheating. Well, yeah, we know Shirley can't give no advice. I'll play this.
Yes, we're gonna be listening to the one person on the Steve Harvey morning show who probably shouldn't give advice. Give advice. So y'all take a listen and then don't come back for some commentary.
Thank you, nephew. Okay, subject mentoring the mistress. Good morning, Stephen Shirley. My ex husband and I split over 5 years ago because he was physically abusive and had multiple affairs. One time, being the 21-year-old woman he eventually left his family for. The last time I saw this woman, she was hiding in a closet because I caught her and him together. I was emotional and I threw a brick. It happened to land in the back seat of her car. I felt bad and got it fixed the next day. Fast forward, I moved on with my life and I'm ridiculously happily remarried. I joined the army and moved away with our 3 children. In 1 week, I have to meet my ex and the girlfriend to hand over the kids for the summer. At my ex's request, he asked that I apologize to his girlfriend for the brick incident that happened over 4 years ago. How do I even start this conversation? How does this woman have the audacity as the mistress to ask me to apologize? I understand that I am commanded to forgive and love, but really, what would you say? What? This is crazy.
Yo, not her saying this is crazy.
This is so stupid right here. And your husband is the ringleader of all the stupidity. I mean,
This is stupid right here. It's like a yikes moment. The pot calling the kettle, God dagged black. What? I'm just so perplexed over here. You saying what to a mistress? This your husband, who not really your husband because he married to other people, spent almost 2 years on the phone with his mistress talking about you, and you say nothing to him. You don't even confront this man. But you giving advice?
I agree with Shay Investigate. I love her voice, by the way. Thank you so much, the legendary kind. I'm gonna switch over to the one that you were talking about. Hold on just a minute. This one. Okay. And actually, I may have watched this already. Let me see. It looks like I watched anyway.
I just want to say welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shay Investigates coming back with another one. All right, so let's get down and dirty. So I talked to 2 sources, and these sources.
This did come across my feed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much. This was a video that I was looking for and couldn't find. So I found what I could. So it's not an interview, but she spoke with someone, I guess, in law enforcement about Nesto. Okay, asking the same question that I'm asking. What's going to happen to your boy when he gets in prison? So there's no trigger warning here. There are some graphics. It's not anything that is graphic, but it's interesting to hear another perspective. I don't know who the person is that she was talking to in this. So some of you may disagree and say no, that's not correct, but it was interesting, so I'm going to play it. And I will put a link to this to the video in the description box on our video.
Sources are talking about what will it be like when Nasty Nesto goes to state prison, or will the feds actually take it over because he was doing things through banks, so that definitely can fall under federal charges as well. So go ahead and take a listen to this clip, and after that we're gonna get into it.
Hello. Go ahead. You hung up. Go ahead, babe.
They hung up on the
Oh
phone.
God, not
What
ponytail.
was you saying?
Did you know? Didn't I just tell that fat motherfucker don't be talking to nobody? Just,
Oh, did he talk that fast?
man, as soon as I got off the phone, you get off.
Somebody walked up on you?
Yes.
And don't nobody got access to no internet in there.
Thank you. That quick. Man, busy.
He probably did this shit yesterday, and after you said something, I'm like, oops, I already said something. He ain't gonna say that, bitch ass.
Yeah, that's why you went to court yesterday.
Mm-hmm. That shit is crazy.
That's why motherfucker walked in and say shit to me yesterday when I walked in the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit because I really don't feel like hearing ponytail right now.
Yeah, what the hell?
So me being green, I don't know what none of this stuff mean when he talking about someone walked up on him in jail. I was like, what does that even mean? Now that I talked to two sources, I finally understand. One works with rehabilitated felons, and the other one is a rehabilitated felon himself. So I did some, digging, and I came up with different questions to ask him about what would someone like Ernest have to live with while he's in prison. And so these are some of the things that he talked about. He talked about once he gets to prison, he has to check in. And so for those who don't know, because like me, I didn't know, checking in means that you got to pull up your paperwork. They don't want to hear, oh, I don't know where my paperwork is. They don't want to hear none of that. They want you to pull up your paperwork and they want to look through it. They need to vouch for you. Can you be amongst them, basically? And so my source told me that 9 times out of 10, a lot of people are there because they got snitched on. Yeah. So I was like, okay, well, he daggone show got snitch charges. What does that mean for him? And it was like he can't be around everybody else. They gonna have to put him somewhere else. They can't put him in a prison where is heavy hitters, basically people who got like 3 life sentences or they got like 90 years, because they'll take him out of this world. And I was like, dang. I was like, well, okay, what about somebody, who has our charges as well? He was just like, it falls into the same category. I was like, all right, top it all off. What about people who have like child P, charges as well and get convicted? He said, yo, this man is done. He is done for. And I was like, what you mean? He was just like, they gonna try to murk him. Basically is what he's saying. They gonna have to put him somewhere in a prison that's like low offender and just pray for the best, because if he ever gets into a fight, they're gonna send him to another prison. And at the other prison, there's no guarantee that they can segregate him away from the rest of the population. So I was like, okay. He was like, the guards even have to be careful. They can't come in there running their mouth like that because the inmates run the prison. That's what people don't say out loud. The inmates run the prisons. This ain't 60 days in. He was telling me, he was like, in jail, everyone's not going to know your charges. But he was like, prison, that's a different story. They want to see everything. They want to know. There's no secrets in prison. everyone knows everyone's business about what their charges are, how long they got, woo this, woo that. So I was like, okay. And then I further told him what all the charges were and that he has a RICO and all these different kind of things that are coming about. He was just like, it sounds like the feds are probably in the background that nobody knows about, and they are mirroring the same type of investigation. I was like, oh, what you mean? He was just like, they can be charged twice. They can be charged in state and they can be charged federally. And he said for his case, he was charged with state at first, and then the feds rolled up and then took over the case, and then he did fed time. So I was like, wait. Break it down for someone who has no clue about any of this jargon, don't know nothing. So he was saying that he was on the run from state charges here in Florida. But while he was on the run, the feds was already investigating him that he did not know. Because if you know one thing about the feds, and this I do know, if they're investigating somebody, you will never know. Everything will be hush hush, and they will not confirm nor deny that they are investigating someone. That's just how they roll. So he didn't know. So when he finally got caught, they was like, okay, well, the feds are taking over. And he was like, what? What? Nah. The feds can't be taking over. And sure enough, he got fed time and he had to do his federal charges. And my second, you know, person who I talked to, he was saying similar things. He also said that it sounds like he gonna get some fed time as well. I was like, wait. So why do you think he's going to get fed time? And there was similar circumstances. They're just like he crossed state lines. He's doing things in different states and then moving around the country. That sounds like something feds deal with. Now, he may have RICO charges in the state of Georgia, but more than likely he going to get brought up on some fed charges as well. And I asked the same question. How would someone who has informant charges, informant like background, and they pled, and it's in their federal jacket that they pled. They also have our charges and they have child P charges. What would happen to someone like that? The consensus is the same. He gonna need to be put somewhere and for safekeeping because they really don't deal with people who have our charges at all. They especially don't deal with people who mess with kids. And then they just don't like rats at all. That's just the number one thing. And Nesto has a trifecta going on. He has three things that they just absolutely don't mess with in prison. And my informers both have said, them fed charges, that's not what he want. But it sounds like he's fucked in so many words. And I was like, okay, well, that was my analysis. But when y'all break it down like that, that's bonkers. And he was just like, but in order to get to the prisons, you got to be on the bus. The bus take all these prisoners to their location. And he was saying that, let's just say they put him in a low level prison. And if he gets in one fight, he's going to be going somewhere else. So what does that tell me? That tells me that he got to be on his best behavior. Both my sources said keep in mind that he's going to be
Marla. Marla T said he's going to have to make out with Big Bubba so Big Bubba can keep him safe. Marla, he's gonna wish that Big Bubba only wanted a kiss up top. Okay, Big Bubba might want a little action down below. I'm just saying, in exchange for protection. See, he was exchanging Cheerios for sausage. You right? Sausage for Cheerios or Cheerios for sausage, whatever he was doing, right? But think about that. Even that is prophetic, right? Cheerios for sausage. It's not funny, but I have to laugh. Lord have mercy. The Fed's been looking for him from day one. That's why his bond is so high. that him nor Shirley can pay. At this point, Nesto just has to put his big boy drawers on and do the time. There's no crying and lying his way out of this. Taurus Girl 10 said, I know an artist that did state time and he stayed in trouble due to fighting due to his conviction, and that was 33 years ago. Mm, 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 mm. Lord have mercy. His life will definitely be threatened. And someone stated that he's probably not going to segregate, that he's probably going to go to general population. And only if something happens where they segregate him, they may not do it right off the rip. So yeah. Yeah, Nesto's gonna need one hell of a chastity belt. It ain't looking good. The feds don't pick you up on a bus. Better have that. Better give up that cornbread. Y'all funny. You gonna eat your cornbread? Yeah, that's gonna be the least of his worries. All right, let me let it play. It's very interesting.
In a place that someone like him is gonna have to go up top. And I was like, what's up top? All these different, terms. Up top means that you gotta go like up top and be dealt with if they see fit. And ain't nobody gonna come and save you. There's nobody coming to save you. That's why I was like, oh, why he acting like this on this call? He seemed kind of scared. And it was another call as well. He was just like, call my lawyer. They trying to kill me. They trying to get me killed. And I was like, why he acting like that? But it just solidifies that he been up the road for real. And people who have these cases ain't it. If somebody find out what it is that he's in there for, it's a wrap.
And trading zero for sausage, okay? Because old school Nixie said, no, that's too proper. That's too proper. Mushmouth says zero. Zero for sausage. He gonna be trading his sausage for protection.
And I'm gonna try to work on getting one of these fellas to come on to the show and probably do a live. One of my first lives ever. But I will keep you guys updated. Thank you for tuning in. It's your girl, Shay Investigates. Remember to hit the like and the subscribe button. Please leave me some comments of what y'all think is going to happen to Nesto when he goes to prison, whether it's federal prison or state prison. Y'all let.
That was awesome. Thank you so very much for the recommendation from the legendary kind. I really like the channel. Again, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. The content looks hot. There was just a little snippet of one of the two videos, but yeah. So let's big up her channel. I definitely I like the content. I like her voice, and sounds like she's gonna try to get some people some interviews on her channel. She said for her first live, so it sounds like this might be a new channel, and I know what that's like. Oh, speaking of which, hold on, Nescroose. Treasure Roland, if you were in the building, treasure, if you were in the building, I got your email, and I haven't gotten a chance to respond just yet, but I did get your email yesterday, and I will respond to your email with some information for you. Fully support what you're trying to do, and if there's any way that I can be of help to you, just let me know. All right. Federal covers all jurisdiction. He's going to serve time for Fed and state. Bent over. Ooh. Auntie No's Kitchen said, yeah, he can be a target because of those CP. That's why he was trying to get that off of there. He was trying to get that CP off of there. Nesto done went from haircuts to braiding hair. Listen, Nesto done went from telling people the strict, because we gonna FUCK to having two strip, because he about to get FKED'd. Okay, I took out some of them letters. They always find out what you in for. Nesto is done. He's done. Nesto will be converted to Zesty. Nesty will be converted to Zesty. Oh no. Oh, good, Nesty. Oh my God, Zesty. Nasty Zesty. I can't. They gonna be calling him Zesty. One of these videos, it was the guy the Viking guy, the first videos that we looked at. One of the videos, in one of the videos, he said something like, um they'll do something to you, or talking about one guy in particular who was turned out, and he said he was wearing his prison blues like a female, with the shirt pulled up and twisted in a knot all high. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get a clip from Life with Eddie Murphy. Hold on. Y'all keep the conversation going in the chat. We ain't gonna be in here too long. Eddie Murphy. Okay. Okay, let me see. Now, I know I probably can't play this because there might be a copyright, but I'm trying to see if I can get a picture. But if you guys seen the movie Life with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, okay, that one cat, the the one gay character. Let me see if there's a clip here. Let me see if I can let's see if I can get this clip for you. Yeah, I know if I play this, they're gonna probably make me take it out, but I'll show you a picture. So let's see. Let's see if I can share this real quick. Take this down. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so y'all remember Biscuit? Biscuit's release papers? Hold on, let me take this comment off. You guys remember this? Remember this scene? Biscuit, he was being released, and he was afraid. He was afraid to go home because he basically became someone's lady, okay, someone's witch would it be, in prison, and was like, well, what am I going home to? Okay, you guys remember that was a sad scene where he purposely ran past the gun line, and well, that was the end of Old Biscuit. But anyway, so if you guys have not seen the movie Life, it is hilarious. It's one of my favorite movies. It's funny, so you guys should check it out. All right. Let's go to the rest of the comments, and then we'll wrap up shortly. So we already talked about, as much as we gonna talk about this one here. Okay, she gonna be calling on Jesus, and Jesus gonna be like, I'm busy. All right. And then we talked about this one right here. So let me just check on the last few comments and see. So I've been calling him Zesty Nesty since the beginning. Since the beginning. All right, Zesty Nesty. I'm going to have to make a thumbnail for old Zesty Nesty. Chef Dottie said, I said before he grew his beard to appear older, he is afraid. He knows what's up. He has lied to himself. Yep. Federal prison in Atlanta is scary looking from the outside. Yeah, there will be no protection for him in there, and unfortunately he is going everything that he has done to his victims, financially, emotionally, physically, it's all going to come back to him, and he is going to reap everything that he sowed. All those things he thought was a blessing, yeah, we gonna see. They can pull you down, Nesto, from the top bunk. Oh Lord, the COs will definitely leak his charges. And Lamont won't be able to help out, Nightbot. He won't be able to do anything. Nesto better use liquid soap. Top money for Nesto's top crop picks. I'm going to find a picture of Biscuit, and I will work on something for you guys, okay? And I will put it up. Yeah, I'll probably put it up in members, guys. Fed in state 2. Yeah, he's done. That's how Nesto will be gone, walking walking like a sidewalk, sis. You know that Sheriff Arpaio of Arizona makes them prisoners wear pink. What? Oh, that's messed up. He had that knot tight. Biscuit needs some gravy. Y'all terrible. Nestor's gonna be wearing a ponytail like Sonya. Once he goes to prison, he gonna put his beard in a ponytail. He's gonna put his hair in a ponytail. His hair is probably about as long as hers. Sheriff Arpaio retired long ago. Yes, Life and The Color Purple are my favorite movies. Chef Dottie says Sonia is in the mix, plus Ernesto's daughter. Sonia called her. Nesto asked her to look for the video, and Dion, wow, Nesto was going to bring a lot of people down. He's already bringing people down, and I don't understand why people gravitate towards this man, and why they're getting so involved to the level that they have, to the point where they're risking their own freedom, you know. Releasing information about a victim online, that's you know, that's really bad. Okay, you started with that. That was the our victim. Then you're giving information to this man's uh side chick. Okay, his plaything, his little girl toy. Okay, because that's what she is. She's a little plaything for Nesto. Now you're releasing the video of the daughter, the one daughter, and I'm sure everyone wanted to know what this young lady looked like, and family trying to protect her image and protect her identity. That's the word that I'm trying to say. And you release that. Thanks, Wisdom, for your truth. Alice, blessed child of God, old school Nixie. Have a good night. Good night, Anisha. We're gonna be wrapping up. Couple more comments. Reminds me of what Nestos told Sonia, that MFs be following each other around, serving each other coffee. He won't escape all that in prison. He sure won't. Nesco gonna be talking. Oh my gosh, Nesto's gonna be twerking for Zero. Zero for sausage. I got some sausage for Zero. The federal prison in ATO is used for the most violent and as an immigration detention center. Let me see if I can get a picture up real quick. Okay, Atlanta Federal Prison. Let me see if I can find a picture really quickly. Oh, is it? Oh, is this it? Is this it? U.S. Penitentiary, Atlanta. Oh, no, this says nearly empty amid corruption probe. Okay, wait a minute. I wonder where this is. Let me see. Let me go to all and see where this is. Huh. Let me share my screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I just want to see if I can. I just did a Google search to see if I can find it real quick. So I'm seeing this picture. Okay, if you guys can see that. I'm seeing that picture. I'll take this down. I'm seeing this picture. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how long ago this was, but regardless, I mean, it doesn't look like any place where you want to be. And I'm reading the deplorable conditions inside. Let me see. I said federal, right? FCI Atlanta. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Mm-mm. Oof. Yeah. It don't look like someplace you want to be. I know that. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Federal Bureau of Prisons. Ugh. Well, that might be where he ends up. So we'll just have to wait and see. That might just be where he ends up. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Someone should play that sound from Color Purple every night for Nesto. You know what? I just might. I just might. Antoinette Allen said, "Hey, new to the family. Well, welcome, Antoinette Allen. Thank you, Queen, for being with us." Rashi says, "Nastro is going all the way down. He sure is. He's gonna be good on that part for real. Okay, but the killing part is his hips gonna be for real hurting." Do you think Boneytail will relocate to where they send Nesto to do his time? No, because I believe they're coming for her too. I believe they're already coming for the infamous one. I think they're gonna come for her too. I think they're gonna come for her too. In Georgia, when the feds get you, they send you to another state. He will not be in Georgia at all when the feds get him. Ooh, Marla T is letting us know how things go. She said, that ain't how that go. That ain't how that go. He he will not be in Georgia at all when the feds get him. I think they separate older prisoners in prison. Well, you know what I thought about? I was trying to find an article. Do you guys remember a couple of months back? There was an older gentleman who I believe he was absconded in like a Walmart or something like that, and they accused him of stealing, which he was an innocent man, and he went to jail, and he was r'd in jail. He was old. He was in his 60s. So I don't think his age is gonna help him. I saw somewhere where they compared Boneytail to Mother Jefferson. I definitely can't understand that. Me neither. None of them are a cakewalk. No, they do not in Georgia. Only the sick are separated while they wait on bed space at the medical prison. I doubt the feds will let him serve his time in Atlanta. Maybe for a few weeks, but he'll be transferred. Well, remember he did time in Kentucky, so you're right. They're probably gonna. Georgia don't want him. Okay, Georgia doesn't want him, so they're probably gonna hightail him out of here somewhere else. He's drained everyone's resources with this nonsense. He's going to almost mute. He's going to almost mute once he gets there. It's this trial is going to be the trial of the century. I think his trial is probably going to be on the level of OJ Simpson, honestly, at least for us. At least for us. So federal bureaus of prison looks way better than Boneytail 17 bankrupt properties. Once they reach a certain age, they are transferred to the medical prison. And just because they're transferred to the medical prison don't mean that things can't happen in the medical prison too. Now, I'm just saying. Hot tea. Linda Gibbs said Jared, the guy from Subway, committed the CP crimes in Florida and is housed in federal prison in Colorado. House of Atlantis, Phaedra's husband, was at a federal prison in New Jersey. Yeah, he's going to be in another state. I'm pretty sure he's going to be in another state. Not true. If you're old, you go. If you're old, you go with everyone else. I'm not sure, but we're going to find out. Okay. Marla T said, nope, old or not, your ass will be in general pop unless you are terminally ill. Yeah, he gonna try to pull a Erica King and talk about his illnesses. Yes, Ebony CRNA, you caught a live picnic. You sure did. I will be at that trial taking notes with Dennis. Well, I will be there too. So we're gonna meet up. We're gonna link up. We're gonna have the whole crew. Listen, the Wisdom Family Picnic gonna be at the trial, y'all. So y'all just wait. I got a whole brand new camera, and I have a with the microphone on it. The what do you call that? A boom mic and everything, so I can get good sound for you guys. So I have to play around with it on my YouTube channel. I've been using the camera on my computer, but the legendary Kai said he likes to travel. He said he likes to travel, so and he gonna get baptized. Y'all are funny. All right, y'all. Listen, this picnic has been absolutely wonderful. We had an amazing time. Oh my goodness. Oh, Red Lipstick Hustler said she covered Tasha K and the Cardi B trial. Okay, well, listen. I don't know how many days his trial is going to be, but I do plan to be there as many days as I can. And the days that I'm not there, we got the Red Lipstick Hustler Lily in the building. So y'all already know. We've got some Wisdom family that's going to be boots on the ground. We're going to be getting all of that tea. She said, I'm so ready for his trial. I hope it's nothing like the YSO saga. Oh, it better not be. I can't. That's too much. I can't take that. The picnic has been lit. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me. Hit the subscribe button. Remember to share. And don't forget to go over to Bad Girls Talk and subscribe over there because that one will be officially launching very, very soon. And on that note, Nightbot, cue the music. Cue it up. Yeah, there we go. Eyes and these social media streets. And I will see you at the next picnic. Bye, y'all. Hold on, baby.